Feeling like it's. Let's see the error. See again. Might have to redo this. Good morning. Welcome to the Sunday morning Pillaging show. I'm one of your hosts. I am Chris Reyes from Chris Reyes Podcast. My main man, my homeboy, my brother from a different mother, R&J, also known as Red Nation Jason, with the little cutie. Tomorrow. Hey, Jason. We got things to talk about. I don't know if we're going to do cut candidates today, but there's a few things to talk about. So, you want to go live now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Hey.
If I can get this thing working again. I don't know why I got to reset this thing, but anyway, where are we going?
It's the Sunday morning Pillaging show. Chris for Raiders, Raider Nation Jason, Pillaging just for Sundays. Me and Chris, we don't miss. Me and Chris don't miss. Me and Chris don't miss. When it comes to this Raider classic, we don't miss. Raider Nation, we don't miss.
Yeah, good morning, good Sunday morning. This is the Sunday morning Pillaging show. A few things to talk about here. How you feeling today, Jason?
Feeling good. Haven't had to, one of these weekends in a while.
And I see that Mara's having a good time right now. Yeah, so, like I said, a couple things to talk about. We got an upcoming game against the used to be the Cross Bay rivals, but now it's more like across state rivals now. I don't know that. I don't live in Frisco area, but how does it feel up there with the as far as the 49ers and the Raiders fan concerned? What does it feel like up there?
It feels good. We doing our smack talk as usual. It's the rivalry is always gonna be what it is. And it is I mean it's preseason, so we understand that this one is really don't matter. As it matters, but it don't. But like the next one, November 8th, that will matter. But
you kind of off center the camera. You got to move the camera a little bit.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be moving around a lot during this.
Because it's all about her. Hey Jack, welcome to the show, man. Thanks for coming in.
She's better.
Yeah. It's only preseason, but they're still gonna talk their smack,
Yeah.
We beat you guys. Yeah, preseason. I mean, that doesn't count. No, doesn't matter. Yeah, I think it does matter. Bragging whites and all the ish talker, the whole course until we play him again in the regular season. So it's kind of an important game, but this game is a bubble game. Hey, what's up, Jack? It's a bubble game, So you're gonna see players that don't get a chance, that haven't got a chance to play in last preseason, guys that's only like trying to make the squad. It's not gonna be a pretty game, really. It's gonna be mistakes. Everybody's gonna try extra hard to make the team, and also what they're gonna do is try to audition for other teams. So if you didn't get a chance to play last preseason game, this is your chance to shine, to maybe, Rare's going to cut me, but maybe another team will pick me up type thing. That's usually the case. Then same thing goes for the other team, 49ers. They're going to have people on there that are going to try their hardest to, make an impression on the coaches and the general manager to stay on the team. But other than that, they're going, like I said, they're going to do their best to show other teams who are going to watch the tapes and wait for the cuts. Try to get another job. Because basically, this is what we call a job audition, pretty much. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. You're going to see players that didn't get a burn last week or last 2 weeks.
Get to see your boy Jacob Clark.
I got something about that. But first of all, I got to say something that I had to correct myself from Thursday night. We did a show about Samir White. Guess who team's he on right now? He's on the 49ers. I didn't even know. I was looking at the roster like, huh? So they got 2 ex-running backs from the Raiders, Sincere McCormack, who had a good game last week. And they got Samir White. So like Jason said earlier to me, he said, well, 49ers don't take our leftovers, pretty much.
Yeah, this one is a big week for me. Like I said, this one, it matters. I'm going to just say it matters. You know what I mean? But our thing is getting out of this thing healthy, getting out of this thing so we can start the real deal. But, in the Bay, this is a big deal. Because, it don't matter previous preseason and every season.
Hey, Sharky, thanks for coming.
But we got a real chance November 8th at the real, season game. So, yeah, this one, like you said, it's just pretty much get who wants to be here, who doesn't, who's willing to fight for that spot.
There, like if I can't make it here, can I make it somewhere else type thing? So there's gonna be some guys out there trying extra hard. So going back to Jacob Clark, I got a theory about that. I just thought about that after Thursday night, why he didn't get any burn. Remember last year, Cam Miller was out in the game and he looked spectacular for that one preseason game. And they put him on practice squad. And then they didn't protect him. Then was it New Orleans? I can't remember. Was it New Orleans or Miami? One of those two teams picked him, souped him up. So
Miami, I think it was.
Miami.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that they're gonna stash him. They don't want to show NFL what they have. I mean, they know what they have in practice and all that stuff. But they might play him, but they might be trying to stash him. So he go on practice squad. So because team's not gonna want to pick him up because one thing, if you're on a practice squad, if a team grabs you, that means you have to put him in the starting lineup. You can't take a practice squad player and put him on another practice squad. When you pick him up, you got to put him in your starting rotation. It's not starting rotation, but on the active roster. So they're gonna no, we're gonna save you just in case. We're gonna develop you. So just be patient. Or either that or he's that bad that he won't get any reps. So I don't know what you guys think about it in the chat. That's my theory. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. Because why wouldn't he get in the game? Play 1 quarter. They don't kind of play the whole second half pretty much. So I don't know. I think that they're just gonna stash him. So they won't lose him like you lost Cam Miller. Any thoughts on that? I know he's kind of busy with the baby.
Yeah, I hope they do. I hope they, because I mean, like I said, we've seen from AOC everything, so it's kind of a fresh start. Seeing what Jacob Clark's got and seeing if he's able to, be either better than Aiden or because every year it's all about getting better. No matter what that looks like, like we can't fall in love with these guys. Like it has to be, anybody can be upgraded. You know what I'm saying? Like you see, they fake traded Max. You know what I'm saying? And had a plan for that. Just trying to get everything going. But it's the thing. Everybody, because we love them because they're our guys. But Kubiak just got here. He's gonna start bringing his guys. This year is the year we're gonna see. There's a lot of people in here that we probably love that will be gone next year because it's not to the standard of what he wants to do. And it'll be good to see some good life. And even if we do keep Aiden, because like I said, Kirk's not going to be here probably too many years after this one. You know what I'm saying? Just until they feel that we're in good hands in the quarterback room. You know what I'm saying? Which shouldn't take that long. Like I said, as the team gets better, like the quarterback worry will lessen. Like right now, we're worried because that line is still sus. You know what I'm saying? We still got holes. And like this time next year will be another free agency deeper, another rookie class deeper. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, it's gonna get better. We're just at this point right now. You know what I'm saying? This is the beginning. And but Kubiak's gonna see the stuff like when things fail this year, or that he sees that usually probably went good in Seattle. He'll be like, okay, it's time to get this piece, or it's time to get this player, or we need to really upgrade in this position. Because right now we have the wide receivers that we have. Right now we have the O-line that we have. Right now we have every position that we have, and we're kind of stuck because you can't get rid of everybody. He can't be like, oh, well, get to cut this person, get to trade this. No, it doesn't work like that. So he's got to fill it out. It's just the frustration with us is that we do this every 2 or 3 years because it's always a fill out. We do the fill out process every time we hire a coach. So we just go through the same thing year after year, a couple years, 1 year, maybe 2 if we're lucky. You know what I mean? And then we're doing the same again. Well, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got when we know what we got. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different coach coming in, different scheme, all this stuff, but the players still remain the same.
Yeah, well, this is definitely a rebuilding year. This is a test year. This is, like you said, you made the greatest statement Thursday night, and I really love it. Could you say that again, please? You remember what you said?
That we are the greatest that ever lived.
No.
Greatest that ever
No, what you have said is that this is probably Kubiak's worst coaching year as far as record-wise and everything else. And I said, you know what? That sounds about right.
Yeah.
He's not. This is his first year. He's not going to have the best year. It can happen. It's possible. Anything's possible on any given Sunday since we're playing all our games on Sunday anyway. But he's going to see what he has. He already know what he has in the wide receiver room because he even said it. He called them out. All of them. Especially your boy, I can't think of his name. Malik Benson. Sorry, it's still my cough still haven't kicked in yet.
Because he's from Oregon. That's what it is.
Good morning, Frank. How you doing, sir? Yeah, I don't care where he's from. I don't care if it's from that what's that college called? That small college up north.
Damn, he said the small. all the old fans gonna be like, oh.
No, not that college. That junior college, Cal Berkeley, yeah.
Oh. Shots fired.
But yeah, so there's our plan, and Raider Nation, a lot of them don't like the plan because all the other plans that we did failed. Every last one of them for the last 20-some years, and probably beyond that, failed. All the experimentation, all this bringing this guy in, bringing that guy in, bringing this coach in, after 1-2 years gone. Successful teams have a coach for more than 2 years. I hate to say, look at the Chiefs, look at the Rams, look at Philadelphia. Look at all these teams that are successfully making the playoffs, winning the division, okay, winning games, always at the bottom of the draft order. What do they have in common? They had a coach for more than 2 years. They might have changed coordinators like defense, offensive coordinator, special teams. They might change those, but the nucleus of the team, the head coach, has always remained the same. The team philosophy always remained the same. So we never had that. I think the longest coach we had for the last 20 years was what, Gruden for 3 years, or
I would say Gruden. Yeah.
yeah, 3 years. But what, we didn't fire him. Some scandal stuff. I don't even want to get into that. Some scandal stuff about some emails, but that's another story. So AP a year and a half, interim half, and then a year of coaching, and he didn't get the stuff he needed. Then we had
McDookie.
McDum. Well, McDumbas before Pierce fired him firing him on his day off.
You get fired on your day off.
Why he was trick or treating with his kids. Hey, what's up? Hey, guess what? McDummy, don't come in tomorrow. We're bringing stuff to you.
Yeah.
That gotta hurt. Then got Pierce, and then we didn't give him a chance getting the worst. I thought Getcha would be a good offensive coordinator, the worst offensive coordinator. Didn't develop anything. Didn't do anything. Fired.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, and the year we did last go to the playoffs, our wide receiver core, it wasn't spectacular. You know what I'm saying? Like it, how we talk about, we needed number one, all this stuff. But like, think about that team. Like we didn't have Devontae. We didn't have. I don't think we had Jacoby then, if I'm not mistaken, or we might have. But yeah, we had like Brian Edwards. We had Zay Jones, Renfro. You know what I'm saying? Like, didn't really have a crazy number one, I guess. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It just kind of worked, with DC though. But those guys worked at it too, though. You know what I'm saying? They would be doing those, off season, working at it. You know what I'm saying? So like the chemistry was a little bit better. They were really that's what we had, like a little family core, because they had been together so long. They all wanted to win together. Like when Max, Josh, and all them were together, like they all wanted to, because they came in losing, so they wanted to change the culture. They wanted us to win, and they wanted to win together. And that's all it's going to take. Like it's we may have something. But I mean, like we've seen, like it's if we lean heavy on this run game, like, and we have the tools to do it, like it will literally take pressure off our wide receivers, because it'll mean we won't be asking so many guys to step up. It'll just be our key guys. Like we just, when it's time to make a play, we need you to make that play. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we're going to lean heavy on Mayer and Bowers. I think they are really going to be the elite, pretty much pass catchers in this offense. And then here and there, a little sprinkle of, like, say, hopefully Malik Benson or, Besh and Tucker and, say all these guys. If we could get three guys to step up in our wide receiver room and just be available on them third downs, man, keep them drives rolling.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because we got our running back room. Lobby looked pretty good. And granted, it was against the 2s and 3s, but he looked big. He looked a lot better than he did in the past. He had a little more ball security, because I was like, don't fumble the ball. Himby looked good. So our running back room looks pretty set. I mean, there's no question there. Amy had some good runs. We talked about that Thursday. How many yards he was getting. He's running hard, so he'll probably be on the practice squad if they keep Lobby. But I think they probably will, because he's a multiple threat guy. He's a special teamer. He can catch out the backfield. So it looks like he might have secured his spot. But we'll see again Thursday night, see if he gets out there. If he plays, then either one thing they're doing. Either he's playing to get shopped around, or he's playing to be on a team. Because usually guys that make a team don't play in the last game of the preseason. Yeah. What's up, Raider Ryan? I got teacups again.
Yeah, I don't mind him standing around. Like, I think he's kind of like that little Swiss Army knife, if you will. Like you said, he can catch, he can put special teams, he can do, he can pretty much do what the coach asks him. Coaches need guys like that. Those gopher guys.
Exactly. That's Coach One. He wanted guys that are multiple threat. We can put you here. We can line lobby outside as a receiver, and can do good. So that's what a QB wants. He wants everybody. Okay, you besides quarterback and punter and kicker, if a few positions that you can't do, but all offensive line, if you can play guard and tackle or guard and center, then you're a valuable piece. If you're running back, you can catch the ball, you're a valuable piece. If you're a receiver that can block and catch the ball, you're valuable. So we want guys not just one position, but like I said, besides the quarterback and kickers, both of them, then you're great. You're good to go. I think that's why they drafted and signed some free agents like, hey, you can do multiple things. Good. Because we might have you do multiple things.
Those Gruden grinders.
I don't say that. Yeah, that worked out. We didn't really have wide receiver one the last time we won the Super Bowl, unless you consider 35-year-old Cliff Branch number one. No, he was just a deep threat. He was just fast.
Yeah.
So I'm still like kind of like that number one wide receiver. What was the number one wide receiver? What does that mean?
Yeah. Well, Burrow knows. Burrow knows what a number one wide receiver is. You know what I'm saying? Like certain teams know what the Rams know what a number one wide receiver is. It's just, and these are teams that are pretty much have done it the right way, so they're able to draft these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. We haven't drafted well, so when it comes to the first round pick, it's always either quarter. It's hard for us to spread the talent out. It's always the same needs. We're chasing DTs and chasing the quarterback. We're chasing tackles, all this kind of stuff, but we don't hit on them. So they do their time and then they get, and then we're still left with that hole. You know what I'm saying? And other teams are able to build these teams. They draft better than we do, so they're able to take these chances. Like, look at Philly. Philly can take, look, they got Lemon, you know what I'm saying, as just a luxury pick, just a trade, a couple trade, and then they got a luxury pick. They picked up a wide receiver, but it's just they're able to do that. We took a gamble with Bowers. Like we had it to, like we had that pick to just kind of throw away, which ended up being a good pick, but we got to do more of that. We got to do, okay, because that's what I'm like with Telesco. I wonder what he would have did if we had to let him continue. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he brought us Brock, and we pretty much, he's been our wide receiver one. You know what I mean? Any way you look at it. Even injured. Even last year showed us the deficiencies in our wide receiver room when he went down because there was nobody else. That's what I said last year we did see. You know what I'm saying? We just didn't pay attention. We were just hoping that Brock would come back and save us, but it showed us the pretty much deficiencies, like I said, on offense in our wide receiver room.
Yeah, but going back to the pick, Brock was in like a top 5, almost top 10 pick. But that draft, everybody was going after quarterbacks, offensive linemen, and stuff like that. So he just kept falling. He literally fell into our laps. So that was smart for him to get. Like, and I was saying we already got a tight end. Why we need another one? But that was a good pickup by him. He was smart. I mean, I had no problem with Tom Telesco in his picks. I mean, he was a cheapskate when it comes to money, but I had no problem with him when it comes to them picks. As far as hitting missing, here's the thing. You got to develop these guys. You just can't draft them and have them sit on the sideline and not do anything. You got to develop these guys. These guys are young. They haven't played professional NFL. You got certain players that do come to the NFL that excel immediately. Those are, far in between. But then you got some guys like they might need another year or a few games to get the flow of things. So, with that being said, last year, Pete Carroll was thinking about developing anybody. He was in a win now mode. Gotta win. And Doom Buggy said, bring back Carlson. Well, they might, because I think I didn't see anything as far as Tokyo Toe, but I think he's done. Let me see a D today. But It was a good Tokyo Toe was a good story.
That was fun. Yeah,
That's all I can say. It was a good story.
fun story.
Yeah, it was a nice story, but let's see. Oh, the guy that got hurt, he's on injured reserve list. The cornerback that got hurt in the last game.
Tremont.
Yeah. These names, man. Why? Yeah,
He's on IR now.
he's on IR. They didn't release what happened to him. They don't have to release anything because it's preseason.
Yeah.
Other than that, nothing really new here. So they probably waive, come to cuts. They're probably cutting him. They don't keep him on a practice squad.
All right.
What's that? Did you put that up there? Tyree Wilson and Zamir White type guys. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm just talking about those type of like how we missed pretty much with those picks and like those type of basically we try to I guess develop them, but it just doesn't. If you pick the wrong person, it doesn't matter what you do. You know what I mean? Just because they're good in college doesn't mean that they're gonna. You can pick them here and they're gonna do well. You know what I mean? We're a little bit different.
Yeah, that's all the time. But they picked him because they liked him because he was a big, strong, athletic freak. So sometimes that doesn't work. Sometimes it's up here too. Well, actually, a lot up there is like 90% mental, 10% physical. You can be as big, as strong, as fast as you want to, but if you don't know up here,
if you ain't
here too, hard. If you don't know that, then you're not gonna succeed.
Yeah.
Not against these guys that's fighting for a job. Just because you got picked high in the draft, I mean, I got a first round pick. I'm automatic on team. That doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Like maybe it used to when they had like 12 rounds drafting back in the day.
Yeah.
So, but he's in New Orleans and Jameer White's at the 49ers, and they got like 8 running backs.
Yeah, that's what that's all you're gonna see pretty much from them is like a whole heavy dose of that run game. They're just gonna try to run this game out, get to the real deal.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, they got 6 running backs. One's on injured reserve. No, they got like 14 wide receivers though.
Yeah.
Like, you gonna keep all these wide receivers?
Yeah, they're pretty set at their wide receiver starters, so I think they'll. Anybody just trying to make the team, pretty much.
Yeah. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 tight ends, which is about that's fine. But I'm looking at all the wide receivers they got. They got a boatload up.
Who's all their their quarterbacks? Who Purdy and then who?
I'll bring it up. Hold on.
I feel like they change backup quarterbacks every year, so I just want to see who they.
Give me a second to get that pulled up.
And the baby sleep too. What?
You're winning.
Thank God. I was gonna do this. Raider Paul, what's up?
Here we go. Hold on a minute. Gotta do it.
Hey, I bet if we let go of Aiden O'Connell. The Niners will pick him up.
I'm sure a lot of teams will pick him up.
Niners love getting they test them out before they ship them back out to make sure.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
There we go. So you said quarterbacks?
Yeah. So let's see there.
The quarterback room is somewhere around here. Oh, they don't have any quarterbacks.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard. That's gonna be hard.
We're just gonna run the ball. We're gonna go wildcat formation. Everything. There we go. All right. That quarterback room is not that bad. I mean, big. We got the Rourke.
Mhm.
Pretty. No, that quarterback room basically the same from last year. I don't know about that Rourke guy.
They got Curtis Rourke too. Damn, that's crazy.
They got who?
Curtis Rourke. He was Indiana's quarterback before Mendoza.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying though. So that quarterback room is pretty much the same. From last year. No new additions.
Damn. Mac Jones still surviving.
He looked too bad in that game neither. But they got Keelan Black, Indiana. Yeah.
This would be a good reunion for Fernando. Chop it up with the boys.
Oh yeah. Both of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, the quarterback room is like it's. I mean, it looks like I said these guys been there for at least, with them for a year or two, except for Rourke in 1 year. So our Martinez been there for 2 years. Purdy, of course, then Mac Jones. So they're setting in the quarterback room. They know what they got. Running back room they got George James, Keelan Black, McCaffrey, Simpson McCormick, and this guy's Zamir White. I looked that up like, what?
Doesn't ring a bell.
They can have them. But they're pretty set. I don't see anything anything's lacking in their team.
Mhm.
I'm sure they see things, but we don't because I don't even follow. My wife does, so
Yeah.
But yeah, that's their quarterback room.
I'm not impressed. But I mean, Mac Jones will know how to run the offense though, so that's what he'll probably be the one to give us a little, the most problems. But
Who?
Mac Jones.
He probably won't even play.
Oh well then.
November 8th. Like I said, this game is the bubble game. This is where the other guys are gonna make a team because Mac Jones is gonna be on the team. That's automatic.
Yeah.
The running backs, the wide receivers, the one they're gonna test out. They're gonna throw a lot of wide receivers out there because they got 14 of them. Well, 2 was on an injury reserve, but they're gonna throw 12. Probably not 12, but probably gonna throw a lot of receivers out there to test their mettle.
Yeah. We need to be watching too and see what because they're already set. So their need isn't as big as ours. So we can probably benefit from checking out.
They got Stribling. I don't think he'll play because he looked pretty good out there. So they got. I shouldn't have took it down, but
Pearsall
injured, so he won't be out there.
Oh damn.
Mike Evans not gonna play. Let me bring him back up, sir.
He got injured too.
He got a little banged up.
Yeah, he stayed banged.
But as far as wide receivers, let me get rid of this. Right here. As far as wide receivers, they got a lot of guys that bring out there. Let me get back to why you change everything. There you go. As far as wide receivers, they got a ton. A ton. So, Mike Evans, he won't play. This guy, Wesley Grimes, should probably play.
Yeah.
I don't know about Daryl Hodge. Probably not. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe he's on a bubble too. Christian Kirk probably won't play.
And they got Christian Kirk too.
Yeah, they got a lot of guys. Paul
Marcus Robinson too.
He'll probably play.
And Debo's back. God damn.
Debo's back.
Yeah.
Stribling's not gonna play. Malik Turner, I don't know too much about him. He probably played. Jordan Watkins, he'll play. So you got guys that's gonna be out there, but not all of them.
Yeah. You got a nice little squad there.
Hey, I'm not bueno. What's up, man? Welcome to the show, brother. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. So they're gonna, like I said, this is a bubble game. Like I said, I'm of course I'm gonna watch it, but you know, like, they're gonna throw guys left and right out there. So are we,
Yeah.
because we have to see who's gonna be on this team or not. We know one player. We know one player's not gonna be here.
This guy. That's fine. Right now.
Huh?
You said one person right now that automatically won?
Yeah.
Who
do you think it is?
I would have to say. I should always say Decam, but oh yeah, Tokyoto.
No.
Oh yeah.
No, Fernando Mendoza. They're gonna waive him.
Oh.
Could you imagine that? First overall pick, and then they waive you, cut you.
He'll go to Philly. Philly will just pick him up for fun and just have him sit.
No, he'll probably go to Dallas.
Jared Jones.
He's TC said Tokyo Toe. Yeah, exactly. You know he's gone. Like I said, that it was a beautiful story what he did, but it wasn't ready yet. You know what you do in college is different what you do in the NFL. The ball is different. The rotation is different. The grass, the goalposts are different. It's a little smaller. There's a lot of things that's different from in college. So good luck to him.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's kind of a good thing that it took me that long to think of who's an automatic cut, because before we used to have a handful, like Zamir White, Tyree, you know what I'm saying, like all the, it's kind of a good sign. We're getting better.
Hey, Severe, you want to come in and talk for a minute, man? You can. You just shoot in the chat. If you're not busy, if you're not too busy, you can come in. Just let me know. Do I have your IG account? Do you have his IG account?
I believe so.
Give me a thumbs up if you want to come on in and talk a little bit. They're going to be on too long because old grandpa here got to go out there and start smoking some meat.
Oh, I was like,
what?
No. I thought that was going in a different direction.
Nah, not today, son. We'll go out there and some ribs, chicken, the typical stuff. Links.
I'm gonna play that.
Yo, play I made last year still here, man. And now it's growing to a tree.
Got like 14 plates in the freezer.
Yeah, they all turning trees now.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, for sure though. Appreciate you tuning in too.
Oh, that's cool, brother. That's yeah. Just let us know anytime you want to come in, man. So just give us a holler. I heard my daughter's swim class. Oh, swim class. You said glass. This is loud here. I feel you. Thanks anyway.
I feel we can still upgrade in this QB room too, like once the cuts and all that happen too. But I mean, I don't know if they've put enough time in with Aiden and all that basically it's too late to kind of start with somebody, new. But I mean, it would be nice, like I said, if somebody just had too many and then we could, bring them in and kind of work them out. It'd be nice.
Aiden O'Connell right now in that game is being looked at. He's being looked at by other teams because other teams don't need a backup quarterback. And that's all Aiden O'Connell will be for right now in his career, be a backup quarterback. Maybe later in his career, he'll probably develop into a starter. But for right now, he's a good backup, a great backup. And right now, after that game, Thursday night, other teams looking like, well, we can use that backup. So I'm sure the phones were busy Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, up to today. I'm sure that there were some offers being made, under the table in the back room about Aiden O'Connell. So he did look good, a couple of things, but he looked good. He drove 96 yards with 1 minute and 35 seconds left and got a win. So, nothing like I said, it was good 2 or 3s. It don't matter. It's still football. Those guys out there that was playing was trying to earn a job. So you think they were not playing hard? That was baby Kurt performance from my dog. Jason to be proud of.
Yeah, a long time ago, I said, what's his name? Kurt O'Connell was gonna be like baby Kurt Warner. You know, I had faith in the AOC. AOC shows up sometimes. Like I said, he had the game against Minnesota where we lost 0-3, but then we had the Charger game where we won 63 to whatever it was, 20-21 or whatever. So I mean, it's always a mixed bag. That's what I'm saying. It has to be consistent. But yeah, I had high hopes for the kid, but we've seen what we've seen.
I did too, and it was McDummy that didn't develop him and threw him in the fire pit. If that had been Kubiak, he would probably say, "Yeah, we can work on some things."
Mm-hmm.
So, and Kubiak does missing AOC a lot. What they say, well, your quarterback room, AOC, Mendoza and Cousins, and say, hey, don't forget about AOC. You always say that.
Yeah.
So if they get an offer they can't refuse, they might let them go. But then again, they might keep it like, you know what? Because I don't know how many quarterbacks they're going to keep. They're not going to keep 2. They're going to keep 3 and probably stash David Clark in the back burner.
Yeah.
So we will know by next weekend when the cuts happen.
Yeah.
So, I like AOC. You never got a fair chance. What's his name? Getsy, and then they want to start him over what you call him? Yeah. So I thought he should have started. But then when he got hurt, he came in there and won a couple of games. Like, we should have been playing a long time ago. We won't get off to a fast start.
Yeah. Real fast.
Yeah, well, that didn't work out, did it?
Lightning fast start.
The quarterback that got you the job is not a quarterback that lost you the job because you wasn't playing. Just late in the season when it's too late.
Yeah. And I felt like he had a good chemistry with the wide receivers, and I felt like Minshew just got there. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going to have that yet. So why don't you let Aiden build off what he had the year before? You know what I'm saying? And then if that fails, then you can go to Minshew because he's a vet and all that stuff, and he can carry us on without us pretty much missing a step. But instead, they wanted to go in reverse. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's where money and all this stuff, like when they pay people, there's no more working. There's no more working for that position. It's basically, it's given to you because you're getting this much of money. That's starter money or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and it shouldn't be that. It should be because like bringing him in, how they brought him in was kind of like he's going to just be a vet backup. And then all of a sudden it flip-flopped. That's the thing. If it was talked about kind of early, you know what I mean? But then we were hearing that the practices weren't going good and that they both were looking bad and all that stuff. So I figured like if they're both looking bad, then they might as well go to the person that was the starter before and let him pretty much either lose the job or, continue the success. But we'll never know.
Yeah, exactly. Because they both I watched some of those practices, they were showing them. AOC looked a lot better, a lot crisper, and a lot sharper, and a lot more accurate than she was. And I still couldn't figure out I knew why. Because we paid him $11 million, so he has to start. I don't like that concept. Yeah, the anytime severe, just let us know, man. I don't have the IG account, so
I'm harsh too, but I mean my harshness just comes out of I don't want to see last year again. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to see that again. That was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been bad for a long time, but we've never been that bad. You know what I'm saying? So it's just I don't want to go through this again with because we screaming high hopes, Super Bowl, playoffs, all that. As we get closer to this season, and it's just embarrassing to not even be in the competition of playoffs or anything like that. Like, so I don't like to be quiet as a fan. I like to talk smack. You know what I mean? Like, it's just what it is. And I haven't been able to do it for a couple of years now. So, it's been very rare.
Even the games that did win. The first game we won against the Patriots, I was talking smack.
Yeah,
because the guy I know was a Patriots fan. I was talking smack,
yeah.
but then
I
he
want
got right back because we won the Super Bowl. Oh shit! Well, I guess you guys did. So with the weakest schedule in the NFL, of course you did. But you still had to go through the play. You still had to go through the playoffs. But other than that, we could even we only thing we got only when we got out of that season last year was get the number one overall pick. Is that a win? I don't consider that a win, but we did get a quarterback for the future. That's a win. Um,
yeah, it's been more than a couple. Yeah, but like I feel like before, like even with DC, like we were close. Like we'd be like 7 wins or 8, close and borderline. Like if we didn't end up losing the last game or something like that. But these last years, we ain't even been in the competition. It's just like we just been that team that just that's a dub. Every time they go through us, and we beat teams that we're supposed to beat. Like the Titan game, we were supposed to beat them. You know what I'm saying? Like
that game was closer than you thought because I was there. But like I said, by week 7, we were already out of playoff talking. Like we were done.
Yeah,
we were out.
And that's the thing. It's like what frustrates me is I look for the stop the bleeding move. Like you shouldn't go 10 losses should not happen. 10 losses in a row, especially not 2 years in a row. Mm-hmm. Like something has to stop. Like at the 3rd or 4th game, I'm like, bro, this shit has, I'm sorry, excuse my French. But this has to stop. Like, what I mean? We got to fix something. We're bringing in somebody or whatever it takes. We don't care about because that's the thing. I feel like we've got our budget back these last, 7 whatever years, like the Vegas years and stuff like that. But financially, we're good. We're responsible, all this kind of stuff, fiscally and responsible. But as a team, we're not building a winner. Let the money show you that we're, successful and stuff like that. Billions of, what I mean? But we're not doing football right. You know what I mean? So like it's something's got to give. Something's got to change. Because like that's why when we say like the fans that like the Bay Area fans that are mad or the California fans that are mad that the team is in Vegas now, not just because of this, like the location and it's close for us and all that, but it's the team turned lightweight corporate. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's all about money, and it's kind of like winning really doesn't matter. It matters to the fans, but as far as the team, like we're making money. What do we need to? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I'm saying like we still love this team. We still want this team to win, and it's gonna take a lot, man. It's going to take a lot, but we have to keep somebody in this position to do it consistently. Because I feel like, man, this becomes just a 1 to 2 years, then you're gone. I feel like Kubiak has the best chance to actually be here. You know what I mean? This whole 5 years, like no matter how it goes, because technically he came at the worst of it. He came at the pretty much end of our worst season probably in life. You know what I mean? So.
Okay, I just saw a breaking story. I don't know if it's true or not, but Zeke Masters was suspended 1 week from the Raiders. Did you hear about that?
I did not.
Apparently, he made a disrespectful remark to a female janitor, and Kubiak overheard it and suspended for 1 week. So he's not playing this upcoming. Unless suspended for week 1. Oh, week 1. So he's not going to be. I don't know if he's going to start anyway, but he's going to be spending week 1 of the NFL. Because according to this, I don't know if it's true or not. I just saw it pop up on my feed. He said Max, a young cornerback from the Raiders, was suspended for week 1 after disrespecting a female janitor, according to reports. So I don't know if there's any truth to that or not. But if anybody heard anything similar, let me know in the chat. It just popped up on my feed. So, well, if he's suspended for week 1, that's not too concerning because I don't know who's going to get a starting role in there. But it would hurt the depth chart. That's the only thing because he's not going to be cut. I'm sure if that happened, allegedly, I'm sure Kubiak sat him down and said, "Yeah, you can't do that." Not here. We don't have anyone being disrespected. I don't care if it's a janitor or not, even janitors. I was a custodial guy, disrespecting all that stuff. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, When you go in and try to use the bathroom, it's filthy. Don't blame me. You know. So, what's up, Roshat? Welcome to the show, brother. So we were yard sale level and now goodwill level. Hopefully, we become department store level soon, but it's going to happen sooner than later. Yeah, we were on a yard sale. We was taking anything we can get, overpaying them to do nothing, overpaying them for 1 year or 2 years, and they're gone. They got the money and they ran. You talking about bank thieves? We were just giving money like it was free. I told you to go out there and try out, man. You might got paid because they was paying anybody.
No. Well, I mean, as of today, we're still not that good, so I still might have a chance. Yeah.
We don't know it'll be that good yet, so we gotta wait and see. It's a wait and see thing.
Chris, stop.
You haven't seen a regular season game yet, so how can you tell?
The hopium. It's the hopium, Chris. Stop.
I'm not. No. I didn't say no. I didn't say we're gonna be good. I didn't say we're not gonna be good. I said we gotta wait and see that they're gonna be good or not. I don't know, because this is a whole new season. This is not last year's team. This is a whole different team.
It's always a whole new team. It's always a whole new season.
Dude, you have so much pessimistic thoughts about you.
I'm just realistic, brother. Like, you know, you gotta be real.
You drink your glass half. You drink your glass half empty all the time. Drink glass half full sometimes.
Drink the whole glass. You know.
I'm not saying because like I said, I hope. Yeah, like I said, hoping. I hope we can win 6 games. I'm happy. I don't want to see like I said. I don't want to see last year.
Yeah. Even our since the preseason, our win totals have gone down now. It was like 6 to 8. You know, all this kind of stuff, and then it was 5 to something, and then now it's 3 to 6.
Yeah. That's going to happen in preseason.
Or 3 to 5. 3 to 5.
It's going to happen in preseason because you don't play all your good players. So yeah, that team's not going to look as good. But you got to okay. I'm going to say this. I'm just saying, hopium. Yeah, I got hopium. I hope you can win these 6 games. Okay, at least that's what I'm hoping. Probably only win 4 games. I don't know. I haven't seen this team actually play a real football game yet. But we saw what Washington did, right?
805.
What's good? Hey, what's up, 805? You saw what Washington did in that game with the third string offensive line. Can you imagine running with the first string offensive line?
With our offensive line?
With the first string offensive line. He ran behind the second string. See what he did.
Yeah.
So that's a little spark for hope. And then Gentry getting there, that'd be a little spark for hope. So I'm just saying, there's some things I saw. Yeah, that look good for now. There's some things I saw like, wow, we got to fix that. And with this new coaching staff, new front office, besides Spytech, you know, and some of the guys had you last year, we can get together. That's what I'm saying. We can't look like that last year because Pete Carroll was stuck in his own ways. He saw we wasn't blocking, but yet he refused to put somebody out there that can block until at the end of the season or somebody was hurt. And he brought his old guys, Forsythe. Spytech brought in Capital, which that was his bad. He shouldn't have done that, but he probably won my favor. Anyway, him and Brady probably won my favor. But you bring these guys are washed up. That's why they're still on the waiver wire or whatever, because nobody wanted them. They're no good. Well, we bring them in because y'all used to play with me a long time ago. Well, that was a long time ago. Because as you get older, you start deteriorating. You not as fast, maybe strong, but not as fast. So everything deteriorates. So bringing these old guys in here to help you look good was the worst. Instead of putting Grant in and keeping Rodgers in the game, and our 2 best offensive linemen, JBJ at that time and Miller, they went down. All hell broke loose. Why? Because they developed the younger guys. They didn't put them in there. Well, we already won 2 games. I'll just put them in there. Let them work out something so they can get ready for next year. Nope, not Pete Carroll. He was in a win now mode. What we're 2-7.
But
What
that's
the-
what Kubiak's doing now.
what the
You
hell did
know,
he make?
with Kirk Cousins. I mean, I feel like that's kind of the same thing he's doing with Kirk. You know, because like instead of developing Mendoza and getting him, you know, Kirk's the guy, and you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like it basically won't. Because I mean, for a one shot, it feels like it's just one shot. We're gonna take one shot with Kirk, see if we can make the playoffs, and if not, then you know, then
That's
we'll get Mendoza.
That's
I
not
mean, bro, come on. Because I
That's
mean,
you gotta understand how the process went. Did you
no,
know
I
how?
definitely understand how the process
No,
goes.
you know how to. Okay, how does process go?
Yeah. Well, see, with us, it's different than the rest of the league because we do
Not,
things
not,
different than the rest of the league. So,
not
but
that process.
how we do stuff is we plug in a vet and we try to give the fans a push for the playoffs when we know damn well this team ain't ready. You
That's
know,
that's not it.
well, then
You know what? I'm gonna tell you this. What happened? Well, what I saw. This is what I seen. They wasn't drafted. They know they need a quarterback. They had one quarterback on the roster, and that was AOC. They need a quarterback who can run Kubiak's system. Who was out there? Kirk Cousins. He knows Kubiak's system. They got him before they even drafted Mendoza, and Mendoza wasn't a guaranteed draft after that last interview. They said that. They said it wasn't really guaranteed to after the pro day that was going to draft him. By then, they already had Kirk Cousins on the roster. Okay, so they wasn't for sure they were going to draft Fernando Mendoza after the pro day in the interview. So that wasn't a guaranteed pick. It wasn't an automatic pick. It was after the national football game, championship game. They were there, but it wasn't guaranteed. So they had Kirk Cousins like, okay, we need a quarterback. We got AOC, the only quarterback we got on this thing. We need some quarterbacks. So they signed Kirk Cousins since he's familiar with Kubiak's system. All right? So if they didn't draft Mendoza, they trade the pick down like some people wanted and got other players, then who's the quarterback if they didn't sign Kirk Cousins?
Kirk and AOC.
No, if they didn't sign Kirk, who's the other quarterback?
AOC, which everyone loves AOC, right?
So one quarterback. So you bring in a brand new head coach with AOC, which that might work out. But then again, there's got a veteran sitting out there. Let's bring him in. He knows my system. He knows how to run. He knows the verbiage. Let's see. Then we'll look at the quarterback. Okay.
So just before you continue that one. So what doesn't make sense about that is how we drafted. Is if we were going to tuck our quarterback this year, I feel like we should have just saved for the quarterbacks next year, and we could have traded this pick for a couple first round picks, and then just got our quarterback next year. If that was the case, if we didn't believe in Fernando as this year's guy, then that's a way we could have got some. We could have doubled up on those picks.
Maybe that's what they were thinking. That's why they for sure to after the pro day. Maybe they were thinking the same thing.
That would have made more sense because you'd be like, okay, if we're not using him, we could literally rock with Kirk and AOC this year if that was the case.
But there's no guarantees the guys are going to be good. They might go to college season and get hurt and they're done for a year or so. You just never know.
That's your job to be thorough about this. Like you either have to know for sure or just don't do it. And if you don't know, trade it. And then you know the quarterbacks that are coming the next year are better, then why don't you just gear up for that? Like, you know what I mean? If this year was a waste
it's okay.
And he's not going to play anyway, so that was kind of like a waste of, you know what I mean? It makes no sense. Because then now next year will be his year one. You know what I mean? So we'll be doing all this over.
You don't know that, dude. You're not a fortune teller. You don't know. He might get in the 6th game of the season.
It's common sense, though, bro. Like
you don't know when he's gonna get in there.
It's
you don't know.
It's
they said they're gonna save a year, but you never know.
You can't see.
Kirk Cousins might get hurt. Kirk Cousins might be sting the bed up. They say, you know what, we can't do this.
If that was the case, then Mendoza would be the next one up, right? But it's AOC. They would say, oh, well, we put AOC because he's in the vet. Then what do we need? What do we need for Fernando for? Then at that number one pick, we could have traded that. We could have got that and geared up for the next draft. If that was the case, if he wasn't the plan for this year, what are we doing?
Okay, I'm gonna ask this question. I'm gonna ask this question. We needed a quarterback that year. We got Bowers, right? We needed a quarterback. Okay, what happened? What happened?
We needed a quarterback.
Wait. What happened that year? We were trying to get a quarterback What happened that year?
Bad decisions.
No. What happened that year? They won the extra game they should have won and dropped us down to 13th pick. Okay. That could be the same philosophy that could happen again this year. Not saying that we're gonna win a lot of games, drop down to 15th pick or whatever. But then again, we drop down far enough, the quarterbacks that you talking about that are gonna be so good next year might not even be there. Then we're stuck in the same boat. No quarterback future. Kirk Cousins is old. AOC might not perform well. Then we're stuck in the same boat. You see what I'm saying?
No,
They saw. Wait.
You know who's coming out next year, though.
Wait.
And their draft class is bigger than this draft class.
Wait a minute.
We know that.
I'm just saying something here. I'm just saying. There's no guarantee we can get the quarterback that they want to get. Only reason they got Fernando was they saw his pro day, they saw his measurables, they had his interview, they talked to him, liked what he said. Okay, we got Kirk Cousins as our starting quarterback. We got AOC as the backup, but we need another quarterback. So they could have traded that pick away and then probably got nothing. They could have got Ty Simpson, they could have got the other guys. But they decided on him for a reason. You know what? They could trade that.
No, did it, but I'm just saying, like, the reasoning.
How that doesn't make sense?
Well, if they were focusing more on getting him ready, then it would be like, okay, I see the results. I see that they're at least trying to push him. If he's not ready, then he's not ready. But at least be pushing him towards it, gearing him up for it. But ever since the beginning, it's been Kirk. We know this. It's been Kirk is going to be the guy. There was no competition. That's what I'm trying. They'll tell you guys that there's competition and all that, but with Kirk, there was no competition. Kirk was always going to start the season. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be that. It should be a literal competition. It's the same thing Pete Carroll told everybody last year. We're going to compete. We're going to compete, but that's not what it is.
Did they compete? No. I thought LC would do a better job than Geno Smith. He did do a better job than Geno Smith. It wasn't no competition.
They both would have been with the ones. It would have been like, I'm going to give you equal opportunity. You're going to get the best line, and you're going to get our best version of receivers. You're not going to be working with bums in the thirds and the seconds. You're going to get it on the fly, just like every other first pick. But if he's not willing to be that, or he's not geared like that, that comes on the GM and the coach of picking this guy. If he wasn't ready, then that was a waste of a first-round pick. Because they'll hide him and tell him, oh, well, you know, we're going to do it the smart way. No, you fucked up.
Okay, let me ask this question, Mr. Crystal Ball. Whatever first-round pick quarterback ever was successful, Jesus. Give me one name. First overall pick quarterback that was successful. Give me one.
Do you agree that?
No.
You want me to answer the damn question? Are you going to answer? Or are you going to cut me off?
I'm gonna cut you off.
But do you believe that Joe Burrow, no matter what he's been through in his career, is he a better quarterback than Fernando Mendoza? Or Kirk Cousins?
Well, yeah, but he had good receivers too.
I mean, thank you. I mean, that just proves my point.
Oh, we're talking about quarterbacks. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So ain't Joe Burrow.
You just answered two of my things.
His first season was a disaster.
Yeah, but he's a better quarterback, though, right? And he was drafted in the same position, right? Same. I mean, but do you feel he's a bust? Is he a bust?
Who? Burrows?
Joe Burrow. I said,
no, of course not. But yeah, I'm just saying though.
But you asked me a question. I just answered your question.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Anyway, question. Who was the highest riser on our roster after the second preseason game? Who was the biggest faller on our offense and defense? Aaron Garcia always had a great. You need to be a host because you have some good questions. So, who do you think was the biggest riser on our roster after the second preseason game? Who actually showcased themselves after the second one?
I mean, I would have to say AOC. You know what I mean? Just the simple fact that basically from last game to this game, you know what I mean? He kind of made himself look a little bit better, you know. But I mean, does it really count? Does it really matter? Because like I said, it's not a real competition. It's not I get kind of, huh?
That's a question. Who's the biggest riser faller? It wasn't a competition. AOC is AOC. They know what they got out of him. But I'm saying, okay, let's go by the young guys. I ain't talking about the guys that been there for a while. The young guys, like
I mean, I could know the faller would be Malik Benson. You know what I mean? Because like risers, I mean, there's nothing. I want our wide receivers to be the ones to step up. So I mean, until somebody in that wide receiver room, you know, I mean, running back room, we know they're going to be good. You know what I'm saying? We know that part, but wide receivers, we don't know what we have. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I do, but I'm saying like we're not there. We don't have it.
Okay, on offense, the biggest riser I saw out there was Trey Zoom on offense. The biggest follower I saw on offense was Malik Benson. I agree with you on that. On defense, the biggest riser was Jamal McCoy, because he was sticking that guy like glue all game long. You know, besides that little stupid penalty he calls, which I don't think really was a penalty. He just had to be over the guy when he did that. But in that, so the biggest follower on defense, I don't want to talk about veterans too much, but the Bergs, both of them.
Tonka Hemingway, you know how as much as we talked about him in camp, that's why I don't listen to, like I said, the media is gonna hype up people and all this stuff. But if you know, you know.
Yeah. Well, at least we agree on one thing, Malik Benson.
Yeah. You know, but I mean that sucks too, because like he's pretty much the only one that was kind of we were hoping could be, you know, maybe, you know, up there and, you know, be that playmaker, but kind of sucks. So you got, you know, because that's the thing. When you go against good competition, it shows you who you are. That's what I'm saying. We're doing all this against our DBs and our wide receivers, but when you do it against professionals that have been in the system for, you know, 4 or 5 years or 3 or 4 years, you know, this is different than people that are UDFAs and, you know what I'm saying, just been here for a year, just trying to figure it out, still learning. Like we're behind, bro.
So 805, disagree with you. Who wanted to trade a first pick? Bunch of crazy people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it the way it's panning out, like that's what I'm saying. Like if Kirk, if he stays healthy, could get through the season. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not going to get benched. You know what I mean? Because he would be the best pretty much that we have. And with AOC's been here for a while, so technically he could have, if something happened to Kurt, he could have carried us unless injury or whatever. And that's the thing. If that's the case, Fernando at the first pick is crazy, because like that's, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense, because we could have traded that, geared up for next year's draft, had more picks, and been able to get and score in 2 positions in the first round. You know what I mean? So we would have been doubled up. We would have got his protection or his receiver and him. You know what I mean? Or whatever quarterback. Because Dante Moore's coming out next year. We got, I'll say, what's his name? Possibly could come out, the Manning kid. And like the way our team is built, we're not going to make a playoff run. So it's like we're going to be closer to the beginning of the draft than we would be 29 or 30. You know what I'm saying?
Here's Frank Weber's take on it. Drafting someone else next year means waiting another year for the guy to be ready. Now, if they waited and did that, think Kirk Cousins will be here next year? No. That means we got to start all over again. You say AOC. AOC might not even be here this year. They might trade him or something. We don't know yet.
But I mean, he would take
this is last year on contract. So they might say, well, we can get rid of him and get something out of it, and then instead of re-signing him, they don't know what they're gonna do. We don't know what they're gonna do. So not drafting now to get the best quarterback in the class who has good measurables and upside was the best bet, I think, because if he's not ready, he's not ready. Because I'm going to throw him out there and mess him up. Okay? Because we don't have the greatest offensive line in the world as of yet. We don't have the best wide receivers in the NFL as of yet. Only thing we have is a decent running game, which look pretty good. Going to look pretty damn good. And that's all we have. But we can't run the ball every freaking down. So they're going to wait till he's ready. They got a veteran there to kind of like hold his hand, to guide him through the season, and this and that. Who to say he won't start in game 6? Who to say he don't? Or game 7 or somewhere down the line? We don't know yet. We got to wait to see. I was going to say, you are getting your thoughts and opinions about what happened in the past.
No, it's not about it's the Raiders in general. Like it's
well, that's what did in the past. That's what they do.
It's a pattern, bro. It has nothing to do with Kubiak. It has nothing. This team has done this for years, bro.
Patterns can be broken and changed. You know that, right?
Well, I mean, we've been waiting for this pattern to break for a long time, but it is what it is. You know, and that's the thing. Like, so Fernando sitting. That's what I'm saying. It just shows that Kirk was the guy the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Because if you, well, that's what I'm saying. They don't say it's a competition. It's not a competition. It just sounds good to the people because we just came off the Pete Carroll thing last year. So, oh no, we're not doing that. We're going to do something new. But then they do the same thing. You know what I mean? It's just silently. It's just fake like it's a, you know, because then how they said basically, you know, AOC still in it too, blah, blah, blah. But then by the end of it, it was just Fernando and Kirk. You know what I mean? It was just a two-man, but it's really not. Because like I said, Fernando's got to get good chemistry with Brock. He's got to get chemistry with Genty. The people that he's gonna be here with for the next few years. So like, why are you throwing Kirk in now? Like Kirk should be there just like an extra QB coach, telling him.
Actually, he is.
No, he's not. He's the starter. Like that's what I'm saying. If it should be where Kirk should be just like an extra QB coach in his ear with that clipboard, getting him ready, showing him everything. Like when you run this play, your go-tos are here. If that's not there, you know what I mean? Helping him go through his progressions.
So,
you know what I mean?
So situation. Okay, I'm gonna go by what you're saying right now. I'm gonna try to make sense. Okay, so they could have traded number one pick. Got a bunch of other picks. Okay, good. All right. Okay, wait. Let me say this.
He's not ready this year anyway. What would it matter? What are we plugging him into?
Yeah, you cut me off. Let me say this first before you cut me off. Okay, so they trade the first pick. All right, they get a bunch of picks, right? So now we have Kirk Cousins for 1 year, and AOC. Okay, now we wait till next year. We're going to be in the same boat we were for the past 2 years. We haven't drafted a quarterback since Aiden O'Connell in the 4th round. They saw something. They saw something in Fernando. They had the first pick. Now, if Fernando wasn't there, I do believe they would have traded that first pick. I do believe that. If Fernando wasn't, it was still in college, I'm going to wait another year. I say, you know what? We're not going to take a quarterback that first number one pick because I don't think there was a quarterback in this last draft cast to be first number. I don't think at all. But they saw something now. It took them to the pro day to make their final decision. They didn't decide right after that's again. So they got their quarterback for the future, and they said it. And so this so happened that we had number one pick. If they had number 10 pick and Fernando was there, they probably would take him. Nobody bitching and complaining. Right? Nobody bitching and complaining. So, but since he was number one pick, everybody's talking about, well, he should start. He should, but that wasn't their plan long. You see, Rares every year do the same thing every year. This year they're doing something different, and nobody can see it.
Not different though, because it's the same thing.
Oh, yes, they are. Yes, they are. They're not putting them in there. They're not going to throw them out there.
Kind of the same thing from last year.
No, not really.
Because basically,
they don't throw them out there. Like I said, the word conundrum is the definition of Las Vegas Rares the past 20 years. But with the Spy Tech and Kubiak, hopefully they can finally better understanding and find the solution better because they are changing the way they're doing it. Even feels different. They are changing it.
It doesn't though. Like because even the drafting
to you it don't.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, look, it comes from Besh, Thornton. These are guys that they drafted, right? The Spy Tech was there for. He was there for, right? So what's so different? What's so different about Besh and Thornton of the drafting?
What about them?
Since we're doing things so different, this is so different.
Well, who was the head coach last year that had Besh and Thornton?
No, but who was the GM though?
No, it don't matter. The coach one. It don't matter. The GM drafts him, but
that's what I'm saying. How does that not matter?
It does matter because the GM don't put the players in the game. The coach does.
They kind of pick them.
Well, Besh looked pretty good. Besh looked pretty good. Thornton, they might be a bust. Besh looked pretty good in the preseason. But I'm saying though, it's
as a second round pick.
Really? Yeah, he's a bust. Yeah. Thornton right now looks like a bust.
Oh no, I'm talking about Besh as a second round pick. That's your pick.
He looked pretty good to me in the preseason. He was making some plays. He didn't play this last game.
I'm
but
done.
He's making some plays.
I'm done arguing. I'm done with this.
I'm not even arguing. I'm not telling you.
No, I'm just saying that there's no point of this conversation.
Yeah. But I was saying though. But last year, Pete didn't play best.
We could just move on. We'll just move on to the next topic.
Pete didn't play best. Pete didn't play Thornton. He took him out the game.
Yeah.
So what's that tell you?
But that's what I'm saying. The reason we're not good this year is because of moves like that. But you know what I mean? That's why we're still searching for a wide receiver, and we drafted 2 last year. And then those 2 aren't yet. So that's what I'm saying. Like this cycle is still going. You know what I mean? Until we start winning games. That's what I'm saying. This cycle is not broken until we win games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We gotta like other teams, like people that just look at this team and don't pay attention to like what goes on outside and the rest of the NFL will always think that we're doing things right. But when you look at teams that are playoff teams that are doing things right, they look like they're clicking and we look like we're figuring it out. So that's what I'm saying. You got to pay attention to the rest of the league and figure out where we are as a franchise.
Hey, what's up, Dan?
And realize that we're closer to what we were last year than we are to be in the playoffs.
That's what I said. We got to wait and see what's going on this year. We don't know what's going to happen this year.
But no, I'm answering your question about. So you said it would have been a year of the same thing if we had did the quarterback this year. No, we would have been further along because of the move we made to get those draft picks, to get the linemen that we need. You know what I mean? The wide receiver that we need. We would have been in a better position the next year to plug in a quarterback than we are this year. Because that's what I'm saying. It makes no sense this year because our team is not ready. Our line is not ready. Our defense still isn't ready.
Did you say
next year? If
I'm gonna correct you. I'm gonna correct you. I didn't say that. I read the chat that said that. I didn't say that. I read the chat. I didn't say that. I just said what he's saying.
Yeah, but no, I'm answering. I'm answering whoever asked it. That's why, because our team would have been further along than it is this year. Because like I said, plug in a quarterback in this year when our line is basically the same besides Lindenbaum and Burford. You know what I mean? Like it's the same thing. You know what I mean? We're going to get exposed if we play real teams. Like when we play each other, it's cool. It sounds good when we're shutting down Trey Tucker and Besh. Oh, these DBs are looking real good. You know, but when you play real receivers like Justin Jefferson's and Jamar Chase, that's when you're going to see how good our team is.
Do we have those guys? No.
Who?
Do we have a Jefferson, Addison, all them guys, and Chase? Do we have those guys? No.
I mean, I definitely know we don't.
No, we don't. That we know of yet. There might be somebody in there that might break through.
Stop it. If you're a guy, they're gonna know you're there. No one's gonna be wondering. You're gonna be showing that you're that guy. That's what I'm saying. We know we don't have it. Because if we did, we'd be hearing about it. We'd be like, oh man, this dude's lighting dude up. This dude is every day it'd be the same thing of damn, this dude is a good, but we don't. And in fact, they're getting shut down. You know what I'm saying? Like in practice. When we went in the scrimmage, we didn't hear nothing about Besh. We didn't hear nothing.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't hear Tucker's over here tearing it up. No, we did not. So that's what I'm saying. We know, bro. Like if you really know this team, you know. You know what I'm saying? We don't hope. Yeah, we're the hopium. We're gonna hope and wish somebody pops out, but we know, bro, it's not gonna be this year. It's gonna be we're gonna have to either draft him or bring him in.
Now, as far as receiver, there's no argument debate about that because I do agree with you on that. We don't have anybody to step up. I just said, Pep, maybe they might be one, maybe not. But I agree with that. You know, we do need a better wide receiver. Even the coach said that. So what you're saying is absolutely right. Like coach said, you guys need to step the fuck up. Excuse my language, because y'all ain't doing nothing out there. Only that one catch that Aiden threw to what's his name, Brandon Johnson, was a good catch.
Yeah,
and there was good catches in the game. But as consistently, nah. Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you're a good dude too, because like you actually want these guys to step up, and like you are still believing in them, and I commend you.
I don't believe.
I don't have patience, bro. Like I'm not one for patience. You either show what you got or you gone. You know what I mean? And it shouldn't take you 3 years for you to show if you're the guy or not. We should know by you know what I'm saying. You making plays.
And in that sense. No, I don't believe in wide receiver room because I think that is the weakest part of our game right now. Everything else looks pretty decent. DB room is a little bit suspect, but look better than wide receiver room. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Not bad in our kicking room, but you know, it's wide receivers is a worry. You know, we'll like I said, Kirk will give us the best opportunity to salvage it because he'll just dish it. He'll just dish it out. You know what I mean? Like just pass it to everybody. And it's unfair for Mendoza to even be with this wide receiver core, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I agree. That's why he's not playing.
That's the true reason. I'm
That's
like,
why he's not playing. That's why the offensive line has been set in stone. Yeah, I mean, we got Lindenball, we got Cole Miller, and then from there it's question marks.
yeah.
We don't know JP is going to even play again because he's hurt again. Then you got Caleb Rogers out there, look decent. Grant looked decent as a backup. We got a little depth in there, but it's no guarantee they're going to be good this year because it's a work in development. It's like let's work on it, and then next year we'll draft some more or we get some more free agents. Like I said, this year's a test model. This year's like you test things out. Like the example I use all the time is when you buy a brand new car from a dealership, it drives. Hit the gas pedal, it goes, hit the brake, it stops. You turn the wheel, hit the signals. All the basic stuff.
Yeah.
But then when you get a brand new car, you don't know everything about it until you have it for a minute. Because I have my truck. I have my truck for years. I have my truck brand new off the lot. I had it for a year, and it took me a while to accept a couple things. Like I didn't did this or this that. Sometimes you just don't know until you work with it for a while. So, like I said, this is a working process. I know you're angry. You can't be more angry than me because it's been longer than I've been. Longer than you have. So I'm pissed off. But I'm pissed off. But I understand you're angry. I understand you have no hope in him, which is a bad drug.
I'm all out of hope in him, man. I want to see real results. That's the thing. Like, I've been saying, "Oh, we in Super Bowl." No, but I want to see.
No, hell no.
See our team work. You know what I'm saying?
No. Super Bowl out the question. They should be ready by. They hope they're ready by 2029 because that's when they have the Allegiant Stadium. But yeah. No, I understand I understand your argument. I understand what you're saying. But like I said, Kubiak's here for 5 years, and they're not going to fire him if you have a bad season next year. They know they got to work on. So he got to build his team up the way he wants to play, the way his style and everything else. So you think Pete Carroll's head coach right now, and they drafted Mendoza? You think Pete Carroll put him out there? Be honest.
Well,
he's probably still have Geno Smith, and he'll be a starter.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
It's not hard to say. They'll probably Pete Carroll will pound the table to keep Geno Smith. Don't change anything. And if they drafted Mendoza when Pete Carroll was still here, he would not play. He would not play Mendoza at all. He would not. I guarantee you that he wouldn't. If Geno Smith was still here and he was here.
That's how bad Geno was. When I was trying to think of who our last starter was, I was like, who the hell? I'm like, I couldn't think. For some reason, I couldn't think of his damn name. But yeah, but then that's what I meant. Like, but then plugging in, and it's not really because Pete did it, but then they did it with Minshew. They did it with what I'm saying, like they did it with Garoppolo. They did, it's just kind of what we do. Like we chase Gannon. We chase the Gannon move. You know what I'm saying? Like we have always been looking ever since that for the next Gannon, the next person that we're going to bring in who's going to save the franchise. It's always been that. Like when Charlie Garner, when we stepped away from him and all that kind of stuff, we were looking for that next Charlie Garner. Always like, oh, we need that two-way back that that can receive, and we've chased that for years. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And I get it, but then it's like for our franchise, it's insanity. It's insanity just plugging in, build the team up.
That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing now. That's what they're doing now.
This draft was kind of lightweight.
I don't go, draft don't make you a better team. You get players in the draft to if they're that good, they get in the game. If they're not, then they have to wait. I don't worry about that. I'm worried what they did in the offseason with the free agency, what they did.
I mean, so Lindenbaum, we got Lindenbaum, and then what else did we do? We got
Quay Walker and Kobe Dean.
Yeah, we got okay.
Teron Johnson.
What was our problem last year?
Well, everything.
No. I'm just saying, but like, what side of the ball would you say our problem was mostly last year?
Offense.
Then why? Why? Offense.
Well, what they do?
The defense is, we definitely need to keep plugging, but our focus should be on offense. Like that's what I'm saying. That's why, like I said, this draft didn't make sense. when we traded out of spots and we didn't secure the line. You know what I mean? We could have got a safety, bro, anywhere in this draft, bro. Like we could have literally got a safety, within those first 4 picks. You know what I'm saying? Like with what we did with those first 4 picks. You know what I mean? Like it's just, I get it. A new coach, so he wants to get the defense. But if you know our team, our struggles weren't really the defense. Defense was doing their job, getting the ball back to us. And what the offense couldn't do is keep a drive going. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like if you know, you know.
Well, maybe. Okay, last 3 coaches. What were they? What kind of coaches were they?
Minded coaches.
No, what kind of coaches were they?
Offensive minded coaches?
No, they was not. The last 3 coaches, what kind of coaches were they?
McDaniels was pretty offensive minded.
Okay, last 3 coaches, what were they?
You talking about Rays or you talking about?
Okay, I'm gonna break it down to you. The last coaches we had, last 2 or 3, it was 2. It wasn't 3 because McDonald was offensive minded coach.
Yeah.
With defensive minded coaches. AP was a defensive linebacker coach. B. Carroll was defensive minded coach. We had only one offensive minded coach in the past few years, besides McDaniels, which messed the whole team up. So saying we got offensive minded coaches, he has an offensive mind. I think the man is great. Okay, it's calling plays on offense. He did good in Minnesota. He did good in New Orleans. He did good in Seattle. He has an offensive mind. So in his mindset, he's looking at the offense like, yeah, we okay. We okay for now. Offense, we need a lineman, a center. He didn't have a center. We went and got one. We didn't have. We had a running back, so it wasn't really that much. He saw maybe the wide receiver room. He probably thought was better than what it is now. He probably saw that. Maybe he was like, you know what, we got to work on. That's why he chewed him out the other day. But the defense, we got to work on that. The linebacking core was not that good. They missed tackles. They didn't punch the line. So what do you do? Go get 2 linebackers. You get Teron Johnson, slot corner. Right? He draft 6 defenses in the draft. Mm-hmm. So he's trying to build that defense up because I tell you, I keep saying Seattle offense didn't win the Super Bowl. It was their defense that won that Super Bowl because they shut the Patriots down completely. But so he said, if we get a good defense, well, we can get off the field, we can run the ball down the field, offense score. We can run the ball, get them off the field. Don't let them score, but we can do that. So he's building it. He's taking steps. He's taking steps. His first step was to build that defense up. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the defense on par. Our defense last year was okay, but wasn't that great. But they couldn't stop anybody all the time. But they did. The offense could score points. But he said, you know what? Let's get defense. Let's get some backups. Let's do all this.
I think if the Max trade didn't go through, I think we would have seen a different draft. You know what I mean? I'm just having faith in that would have been a better draft, and that pretty much they just did what they had to do. But like, because for them to trade Max, because like from what you're saying, that defense was the thing. So basically, them trading Max kind of says, nah, we could gain something by getting rid of him, getting more. But I wonder where their shift would have been. Would it have been on offense? Would we have got the tackle? Would we have got the, you know what I mean? Because like I put the comment that Severe had up. That's why I'm upset, because I'm seeing why we do this a lot. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Nothing's changed. We always make sus moves when it comes to the draft. You know what I mean? Because there was players that we need. Because look, what do people say we need right now? A DT, right? People say, oh, what we need to do. Yeah, we had it. We had it at our game. We didn't even have to go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. We were there. And then, it's just, bro, I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid, bro. I love this team to death, but I'm not going to be stupid. I'm not going to be, you know what I mean, naive to the fact that, come on, man, like common sense. You stay, you get the damn pick. You get your knees, man. You start up front. But people always say, we start in the trenches. You go start in the trenches. But then, did we start in the trenches? No. So that's what I'm saying. I'm mad for a reason, and I'm like there's things because like even the Zoom pick, we still gotta see. But I'm like, there's things about they're saying he's a depth piece more than just a starter. Like, yeah, he's good at this. He could do this, yes. But where is he good at? Like, what is the position that he stars at? You know what I mean? Yeah, he's a depth piece. He can go here. Yeah, but where does he star? Where can we stick him? And he's going to be solid for years to come. That's the type of players we need. We're not backups, not people we could plug. No, we need starters, especially in them early picks. Like, that's what I'm saying. It makes no sense. You get starters. Other teams are picking starters, but no, us? No, we don't know. We want character guys. Out of here with that, man.
I heard that shit since Gruden, so I don't know if they mean characters. The AP said the same thing.
Hell with that character, man. We need ball players, dogs. You know what I mean? Not nice guys. We're
you know what? I don't.
We're not nice guys.
I know that.
Nice guys. We're not here for that. We're not here to be nice guys. We're here to kick ass and take names.
All right. Let's see if I get a word in.
Excuse me. Happy Sunday, everybody.
Can I get a word in here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, thank you.
Granted.
You know what? I know it's not gonna happen, but I hope that we go like 11-6, and man, I'm talking players back to you.
Eventually, one of these years we'll eventually get it right. But I'm like, it's just the cycle has to stop.
It is stopping. You don't know what's gonna happen this season.
I do.
You were basic. You are basic. Wait. You talk for wait. Matt, Jason, hold up. You talk for like I didn't say nothing. You basing your judgment on what happened in the past.
No, this year. The draft was this year, brother.
No, I'm talking about what they did in the past. We don't know what we have yet.
The agency was this year.
We don't know what we have yet. You haven't seen a legitimate NFL game yet, and you're passing judgment already.
Who's going to lead the league in receiving?
Well, we don't know.
Who's going to lead? Who's going to lead our team in receiving?
We don't know. I can't predict the future. If I wish I could, I'll be a billionaire because I make all kind of bets. But you know what? We don't know who's going. We don't know anything that's going to happen. We've seen a first-year head coach, a first-year defensive coordinator. We've seen a lot of firsts this year. So instead of ragging on what they did in the past, I'm looking towards the future and say, okay, what's the next step? This first step. Let's go to the next step. They have a plan in motion. You know, so they're sticking with their plan. This is what we're gonna do. See if it don't work, then we can rag on their ass like, God damn it, it's the same thing. But we don't know if it'll be the same.
They're doing it saving time, doing it early.
All right, man.
I mean, because come on, bro, be realistic. Like we're not
gonna be realistic. You predicting the future. We don't know.
Bro, it doesn't. So someone has to walk you through and hold your hand and tell you how this is gonna go. Like, is that? I mean, if you know this team, bro, you should be able to feel what we're gonna be.
Nope. Through many years, I've seen the Raiders change a lot. So I've seen a lot of things change.
Let's see. You know, if I'm wrong,
let's wait and see.
If I'm wrong, great. That means we made the playoffs. We won 7 more games. Then cool. I'll be all right with that. But as I see it, though, you know, it's not there.
Well, yeah, of course, because you haven't seen a game yet. So
I don't need to see it, bro. You can feel how this stuff is going. Like you don't listen to camp. You don't hear how we're struggling against our own guys. So like, imagine struggling against our own guys, and then you play real. You're
gonna believe every beat reporter, everybody out there, Hondo Carpenter, all guys. Wait. You said wait. You said your piece. I'm gonna say mine. So you're gonna believe everything they say.
You know,
are you physically out there watching them and then analyzing them?
That's the thing. I don't have to go to training camp to know where my team's at. I don't have to be sitting on the sideline watching like, oh wow, oh my God, he's fast. No, I know how it is when we play real games, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when it matters. It doesn't matter about what we do in training camp.
Non-believer, you have no faith, none at all.
Bro, it's being honest. It's not about having faith. I don't lie to the people. Like you can tell whatever.
I'm not lying. I'm just saying though. You're basing a past judgment on the past. You haven't seen what's going to happen in the future.
Bro, the past is not that far away. You know what I'm saying? Like the past.
It was this last year.
A minute ago.
It was this last year. I know. But I'm saying though, well, we don't have Kubiak coming in talking about I can win 10 games and wake up in the morning. He ain't saying that. He says he got to build the team, the culture, and everything else. That's his first step. He has to build himself up too. He has to build himself up as a head coach. He has to put trust in the trust. He has to get trust out of the players to trust him. He has to build all that up. So I'm saying though, if it won't be this year, hopefully it'll be next year, maybe the third year he's there. But one thing I'm saying like this, I'm not gonna put him down and his Raiders staff and everything else that what they're trying to do yet.
Putting them down. It's just being honest, bro. Like it's just being honest for where the team is at.
And they're gonna do the same thing they've been doing for the past years. Then I don't see that. I don't see that they're doing that.
This year is pretty much the same. They're getting Kirk. They're plugging in another start. They're plugging in another vet to go. You know, just to make another run at this thing. When we know, bro,
they're not trying to run the playoffs.
Come on, bro. Because then that'd be no reason for Kirk. Then
they know they're not
here for Kirk. You think Kirk's here?
Question. We have one quarterback.
Isn't here for a playoff.
Wait. We have one quarterback on the staff. What are they going to do? Just have one quarterback play the whole year?
So as far as I look at it, even with Fernando, you got Fernando, AOC, and Jacob Clark. That's 3 people, right?
No.
Even without Kirk.
No. They didn't have Jacob Clark. They had Fernando. They had AOC on. They had AOC on the quarterback team. One quarterback before they signed Kirk Cousins. Before they drafted
we had no free safeties either before the draft too.
Oh yeah. There you go. So I'm saying though, so you're going to say that they're going to play. We just keep one quarterback on the roster and that's it. No, they had to go get one.
Even without Kirk, there's 3 quarterbacks on our roster because the draft. Like I said, we had no free safeties.
No, it wasn't. There was only one quarterback on our roster because they got rid of Pickett and the other guys.
But that's for the draft and free agency. You know, that's when you sign.
But you said they got to get Kirk Cousins. Yeah, they got a veteran quarterback to run with Kubiak. Yeah, that's what they did. I don't see any mistake. I don't see anything wrong with that.
I don't get your point. What does that have to do with?
Well, the point is I'm trying to make is this. You keep saying Kirk Cousins. Yeah, they wouldn't got him for a reason. They got him.
What did I say Kirk Cousins about? You brought up a question.
No, I didn't. You said Kirk Cousins a minute ago about this.
What? You don't even remember what I said. You asked me a question, and that's why you were asking me a question about
no, I said before Kirk Cousins, they only had one quarterback on the roster, and that was AOC. Then you started mentioning Jake Clark and all this. And no, that's before that. At the end of the season last year, one quarterback.
But what is that?
The question I asked you. Question I asked you. What do we think they should do? We think they should have done.
Either rock with AOC, like if you're not gonna draft, you could have traded those picks. Like I said, you could have traded for a couple first and couple, the future, and then build this team. You could have got you could have got through the season with AOC. For that at that point, you know what I mean. He's a veteran too, right? He's been here a couple of years. I mean, if the team's not ready yet anyway, what does it matter? Like, are you gonna plug? You know what I mean? Like, because for the price, the only reason Kirk's here is because of the price, 1.3.
Yeah, there you go.
The only reason he's here.
It's $10 million. But there you go.
But I mean, basically,
it was cheap. It was cheap for a veteran quarterback. Yeah, that's not a bad quarterback.
That's the real reason he was here.
You can say that too.
It was a cheap contract.
Plus, he played for Kubiak too, so that's another reason.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's cheap. If it had been $60 million, I would have said hell no in a minute. Like, no.
Yeah, no. And so that's the thing, and that's why I say like but then when they saw, so the thing with me was when the contract deal with him, like say if he stays longer, how that thing gets crazy worse. But that's the thing. I'm like, it's another thing where they're plugging in a vet and all this stuff when we need to build everything else up, man. Like this line is pretty much like I say, the same line except Linderbaum.
Well, that's why I said he's a father. He's the one saying until we get the offensive line great, you're going to be the quarterback.
Yeah, but I just
say that.
my
People
thing
say
is
that.
like I know that, but I'm like, don't tell us it's a competition though. You know what I mean? Because that's the crazy part. Like, don't
Well,
say
we
it
want-
is.
we-
It's not.
We want the coaches to say.
Say what it is. Tell the goddamn truth. You know what I mean? Don't
Well,
bullshit us. We've been
Okay,
through.
well,
Yeah,
Pete Carroll says
as
a
a
competition.
franchise.
Pete
Like,
Carroll says a competition between Geno Smith and AOC. But who
and
started?
what was that? And was it? No.
No, it wasn't
So
exactly.
why would you come with the same thing that we just had from the last damn coach? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, don't BS. Just like, look, hey, Kirk, I have a pass with Kirk. I trust him in these positions, and I believe he's the best opportunity for us to win games. So I'm going to go with Kirk, and Fernando is just going to sit and learn from Kirk. Just say that.
According to the Newswire, the quarterback has a name as a starting quarterback.
But that's stupid because everybody that has common sense knows who it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. And there's nothing wrong with him saying, hey, I just no offense. I just met Fernando. He's still got a lot to learn. I trust Kirk. We've been in the trenches together. I know he knows what to do when we're in third down and long, you know, all these different positions. So I'm going with Kirk. And there's nothing wrong with saying that and just being real about it. Just be like, you know what? I trust him. We've worked together before. Let's win some games. We're going to try to win some games, guys. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to BS you. We're going to try to hit this thing running. Don't BS us and tell me it's a goddamn competition.
Leave Kubiak alone, man. This is his first year head coach. Leave him alone.
No, but it's not him. It's the franchise, bro. They pull strings, bro. Like, it's not Kubiak just got here. That's what I'm saying. They put so much stock in, he's running things, bro. He can only run what he can run. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not never in full control in this franchise.
My wife got a couple of 49er hats. I'm gonna send them to you because it seems like you're trying to switch teams.
I'll burn them.
Anyway, that's a good hard topic. But yeah,
like I said,
this way.
And I don't even want to. You were right and all this. It's just you just have to.
No. I was gonna wait and see if it stinks to bed next year. Then we know we got to work on. Like I said, I'm not past judgment on first year head coach and first year decent coordinator and all that stuff. I ain't past judgment until I see him play a real game.
Yeah.
If I see him go out there and only score 2 field goals and the other team got 35 points and we win halftime, I know something wrong. They know something wrong. Then we got to fix things. If our receivers are dropping balls, if you got them where get some more.
We can't even kick a ball. We can't even kick a 30-yard field goal, brother. How are we gonna win a clutch game, a late game, if we can't even kick a 30-yard field goal?
Yeah, I agree on that.
Come on, that's what I'm saying. We lie to ourselves, bro. Like I said, we love our team. It doesn't take away from loving the team. It's just knowing where we're at. We need help in a lot of places, and for us to think that we're just gonna hit the ground running, it's a big
We're
ass.
not hitting the ground running. We need a lot of things. We had more holes of field than any other teams in the NFL. We have a bunch of holes of field. And are they filled yet? No. Not even in the long run, not in the short run. We got a lot of holes of field. Wait a minute. Let me say this. We got a lot of holes of field. We got holes of field on every part of this team. Even special teams, we got field holes. So you can't do it all in 1 year. There's only so much money you have, only so much space you have. There's only so much drafts you can get. Because remember now, we're the only team drafting players. The other teams drafting players too. And they saw what they needed. They saw that in the free agency, the linebacking core wasn't that good. Missed a lot of missed tackles. Let's get some better tacklers. So they went and got some. All of his lines sucked. They didn't have a true center. We didn't got one. Okay, then move them. That's one whole field. Linebacker core, one whole field. They needed D-backs. Our D-back room was sucked last year. So what they do? They bring in Teron Johnson, a slot corner. Great. They traded for him. They weren't free agent. They traded for him. All right. So what they do? They kept Stokes. Awesome. So they draft some guys. They give DCAM a run for. They think DCAM get out there and do something. They get him Porter or something. You'll do something. Okay, but you know what? They drafted some other corners. These got masses, and all that stuff. They needed safeties because Powell is a good strong safety. Yeah, he can hit everybody. He get a brick wall and man bustle through it. But he's not a free safety, he's a strong safety. So what they drafted Stoops. See what I'm saying? They're trying to fill the holes up. They know it's not got the 1 year project. they're not going to what's the team's called, first to worst, because they're still the same team from going from worst to first. They're still the same team. They need a couple pieces. No, we need a lot of pieces to go from worst to first. So it's not going to take 1 year. Okay, it's going to take another draft class and some more free agency next year. This year, they just got to play through the cycle, see what they got. We'll see. Okay, they know like, damn, this wide receiver sucks. We're driving wide receivers and maybe another couple tackles and maybe some other things we need, other pieces we need. All right. So right now, I'm putting past. Let's wait and see. I'm not going to judge me like I do the same thing every year.
Oh,
No,
I mean, you basically said what I said, though. That's what I said. That's exactly how it is. This year is going to suck, but it's going to get better. But like, as we just have to be honest of where we at, where we are right now.
Right now we suck.
Yeah. See, that's all I'm saying. That's you said like I'm saying.
Why you said at the beginning? We can save us an hour and 45 minutes. You said at the beginning.
Well, I'm trying not to say we suck, but it's just, we're not where we want to be yet, and
no, we're not.
We're gonna have to suffer through one more bad season, and it's
not even close.
That's why I'm pissed. That's why I'm pissed, y'all. It has nothing against the team, or it's just it sucks because I want this year. I want every year to be winning games, but this year I know it's not gonna be that. But it's coming. But it's just I want it now. I want to win now. So
yeah, I agree with you, Red Nation. Yeah, the tackles, wide receivers next year. That guy from Ohio State. I like to get him. I don't know how you can be in the draft. What's his name? Somebody tell me his name. The guy from Ohio State. Everybody talking about
the wide receiver.
Working out.
Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah, I would like to get him. That's the one. That's the number one receiver. Yeah. But depending on where we're on the draft, next year. Yeah, tackles. Yeah, definitely tackles. This O-line, and Gerald Smith. Thanks, Steve. Yeah. Tackles, wide receivers next year definitely gotta go out there because there's a bunch of wide receivers coming out next year, bunch. So they definitely go O-line and tackles.
Yeah, tackle.
Because they did their due diligence on defense. They did all
linebackers for sure.
Oh yeah, get some young guys because the Bergs they gotta go.
Yeah. See, that's where the drop off because we're good when we cover up a lot of stuff in free agency. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we got Quay Walker and but then who's behind that? Like if they go down, we got our guys from our UDFAs. We got our good old UDFAs.
Yeah, we go from a 10 to a 5, 4 real quick.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. If we can stay healthy, like everybody stays healthy, we're a decent damn team. But the thing is, it's always important people go down, and that shows us our holes. It shows us our gaps. And
the Devin linebacker is not looking good this year. Oh, that one guy did come up pretty good. What's his name? We were talking about on Thursday.
Harvey.
Johnson.
Oh, Johnson. Yeah, Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, he was pretty good. But like I said, they fill some holes. Mm-hmm. They still got to fill a lot more holes. I'm not. My argument is not to say the Raiders going to win 6 games. I'm using hopium. I hope they can win 6 games and improve what they did last year. But I'm saying though, there's a lot of holes to fill, and they're gonna fill it again next year. Like I said, this is a 5-year project with Kubiak. If he can't get it done in 3 years, then something wrong. Then we gotta go the whole saga again and get another coach. And I don't want to do that anymore. I'm tired of that 1-year head coach, 1.5 years. I'm tired of that because, like I said in the beginning of this, at the beginning of this program, look at the teams who always win, who always go to playoffs. What do they have in common? The same damn coach for years. Even a bad year, they still have the same damn coach. Mm-hmm. You constantly win. You got to fill a lot more holes because you fill in a draft. That's on Spy Tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we got to see. Well, we don't know what the last year draft class did besides Genty. Take a chance to play.
But see, that's what I mean. That's what's wrong. Because, like, if you're that guy, like Bowers, I always say this, and this is what I mean. Bowers, no matter who the coach is going to be Bowers. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter who his coordinator is. That boy's going to beast and do his thing. Like Max, don't care who the defensive coordinator is. He's just that guy. And we need more people like that. It doesn't matter. You've been through this, and all this scheme, but the players are the same. You know what I mean? Like that's why when people say that, I'm like, yeah, but when you're a dog, you're a dog. It don't matter who's on you, who's you're gonna be that guy. And it's just we need to start getting more of those people. And what should us away is the money all the time because we've been financially responsible for these last few years, but we had more talent when we were living reckless. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we had more talent when we were just spending money and throwing money at people. Like we won more games than 3 and 4. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I agree with that. We need to get those dogs. We don't have 2 dogs right now that we see on offense and defense. 2 dogs, that's it. We need more dogs. I agree, but I don't believe in spending a whole lot of money on wasted picks. So we did that before.
Yeah,
we did that before.
I'd rather us draft right and just draft the people instead of having to pay them on their second contracts because other people have drafted the talent. Because that's the thing. If we draft these guys right, we don't have to pay them until later on, but we can build. You know what I mean? We could still be building while on that cheap contract. You know what I mean? Then if we gotta throw money at something, we'll at least have it won't be taking a big risk because we've done our due diligence of filling in the team properly. You know what I'm saying?
But I got blamed by some of the draft classes in the past, not counting Spy Tech. We didn't have a good scouting department. I don't think we did. I know when they got Brandon Hunt and his crew, I think the scouting department is probably better. We've got to wait and see if it's better. But I don't think we had a good scouting department.
Yeah, I questioned that too years ago.
Yeah.
Remember the draft class with what's his name? Bowden Jr. And that whole draft basically that ain't even here no more. Like that was the worst. Like we can't have drafts like that where you just miss on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
I don't know if that was Arnett, whatever, or that whole draft. But
Leatherwood and all that. Yeah,
that can't happen because that's just basically you just drafted for free, like just for fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's we can't do that. We hit on like 1 player per draft, and we got at least 3 to 4 players, like good players, and then move that forward. Because the thing is, when we draft like 1 good player here, okay, 1 good player next year, 1 good player the next year. By the time we get a 4th player, it's time to pay the first guy, and then either we'll get outbidded for them, or we just have that guy and then we can't sign. It's just crazy. We have to group this talent together and not just hit on one. Because Brock, that's great pick, but we needed Brock and something and this. You know what I mean? Because it's just too much. We spread it out. We spread our talent out too much.
Yeah, it has been that cycle. I do agree on that. And I'm hoping that we break that cycle starting now. I want to break it. I want to break that nasty cycle. Because even signing Christian Wilkins, I thought was a great pick. They paid him a lot of money, but what did he do? This whole thing up. He's gone. He's out the NFL.
Because good thing you said that too. Because I thought that was us doing something the right way.
Yeah, me too.
Going, and it's like, damn, well, it looks good, but it's like then But I mean, you can't control him feeling on people and tickling people. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, you don't know that's going to happen. But I'm pretty sure if you had did your homework, they had did their homework. Yeah, but it was a big splash that everybody was screaming for, and we got what we wanted. But,
and that's why Miami did re-sign him. He was a good player. Why did Miami sign him? That's the reason why they didn't. That's the reason why they don't re-sign players. Not because of they playing that, because of other things. And see, that's another thing I want to bring up. Going into this 49er game, which is it's going to be a bubble game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look for some guys to step up. It's going to be against their guys on a bubble too. So it's going to be a hard-fought game because other guys want to win too. Want jobs too. But the thing about I was something about if I said that.
I was one of the greatest podcasters that ever lived or something like that.
I didn't say that. I said that's a Q's bait. That's the second Q's bait I ever saw.
Nice.
I was the cutest one, so I got to put her in second place. I saw my bait pitch, so yeah.
You got Deuce place, mama.
But anyway, yeah, man, that was a great time. That was a good. I love doing shows, man, because you know why? It gets my blood pressure up, my blood pressure.
Yeah, no, because I definitely get your point too, but I just I say it to you because you're my partner, but I really just saying it to the franchise, to be honest, because like my whole thing was just like if Well, just quickly about the Mendoza thing, just because everybody was, the talk up to it was like, he's going to be the guy for the future, blah, 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 and all this kind of, and then just everything changed and shifted. And then now Kirk's the guy. So I'm like, okay, well, what was the point? Because it made sense if he was going to be the guy, we'd be like, okay, cool. We didn't trade him for a reason. We didn't trade the picks picks for a reason. But now, again, we could have traded those, got some capital, got some future, you know what I mean? And then
I understand your point. I understand everything you said. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm right. I mean, I'm wrong and you're right. I'm not saying anything like that. I see what you're saying. There are a lot of guys who said the same thing. There's a lot of guys who like we should trade that pick and got some other players and wait for next year's draft. I understand all that, but that was their philosophy, and we hope they get it right. We hope they got it right, and we will see this year coming up. If it looked the same as it did for the past 20-something years, then we know that maybe Kubek's not the coach we thought it was going to be. Maybe the players they drafted were the ones we want, and then we're going to be in that same old cycle again. Round and round and round we go in the coaching carousel. I'm hoping that things change because from my look at Kubek, so he ain't taking no shit from anybody. Excuse my language. He ain't taking nothing from anybody. Because Kirk Cousins and Cousins got into it saying that both of y'all ain't practicing. So they didn't have to because they're both vets, but still, he's not going to tolerate that. I know that this massive story is true about him disrespecting the late janitor. I haven't seen anything else about that. I'm still looking for it. It was on Facebook, so I don't know the truth of that. But
don't believe in Facebook stories.
I'm saying though, I don't truth that. But if it is true, even if it is true, that's as we call a coach as applying discipline. Like we're not going to tolerate this madness in this organization anymore. We're not going to have guys tickling and blowing kisses behind your ear anymore.
Had to be our squad kissing and tickling people.
Of course, because we have no discipline. None.
And it does feel different, to be honest, about the mood of the team. It's kind of neutral. Like it's not like player friendly or coach friendly. It kind of feels like even kill. Like you know what I mean? Like it's fair. Like if you work, you play. If you don't,
Pete Carroll was 132 years old. He shouldn't have expected another year on this earth, let alone another year employed as one of 32 NFL head coaches. If he expected more time, he shouldn't have picked Genty. Yeah, because Pete Carroll was hammering the damn door down for Genty. He wanted Genty so bad.
Yeah, but it was crazy when I look back because I wanted Judkins and Henderson or
I want Judkins or Henderson, either one of those two.
Yeah, and then so Judkins got hurt the first year. And then Henderson, like in the Super Bowl, kind of came up missing. And so, like, I don't know. Like I said, it was hard to tell. But we could have got a little bit more value probably out of that pick.
I want that guy for that's in San Diego now. Over there. What's his name? He's in San Diego. I mean, in the Chargers right now.
Hampton.
Yeah.
He got hurt last year too.
He got hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, basically, Genty kind of was the good move because he's stayed healthy out of at least all of them, all the top, top five.
Well, he got his Sonic rings knocked out of him in the preseason game against the 49ers. But in that, he stayed healthy. He's one of the only ones that draft class that really stayed. Him and the other guy that went to Denver stayed healthy. I think he got hurt too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did. So most of Disney's the only one that stayed healthy, and they used the hell out of him.
Yeah.
So I'm not as skeptical as you are, and I can understand that. I'm more confident because, like I said, what else can we do?
Yeah.
We can bitch and complain about the Rares every year for the next 20 years, and nothing changed. Well, I don't mean the next 20 years, but anyway, bitch complain, about the Rares and see what they do. Only thing I want to see them do, I'm not expecting to win a bunch of games. The 6-game threshold is what I want to see. Hopefully, it can happen. Come up. That's what I'm hoping for. The only thing I want to see is a better football team on that field than we saw in the past 3 years. I want to see more. I want to see more competitiveness. I want to see them playing all the way through the game, not just giving up halfway through. Yeah, we saw a lot of that last year. You saw lack of effort, lack of tackling, lack of catching. The only person that caught balls besides Brock Bowles was Trey Tucker. So we had basically a wide receiver and a tight end. That's it, catching balls. They said when Brock Bowles went down, everything went downhill. Because why? Because the other team said, well, Bowles not here. We can concentrate on Tucker.
Yeah.
His daughter ain't catching nothing.
Come here, little guy. No, just kidding.
Anyway, this has been a fun stream. I gotta go out there and start this grill before I get yelled at.
So it'd be nice. So it's not a Raider week, you know.
Yeah, 9 away. Let's see who steps up.
Let there be peace until there ain't.
Let's see who we put out there. Like I said, Jabba Clark. I don't know if he's gonna play. I think they're gonna stash him.
I was gonna say that's crazy. Oh, and then it makes sense because of the Cam Miller situation.
Yeah, I thought New Orleans snatched was Miami.
Yeah, I think it was Miami, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Cam Miller.
Yeah, I could be wrong.
Yeah, snatched him up and Tiny Malott. Somebody snatched him up too.
Someone got Tommy touchdown.
Yeah, somebody snatched him up in the. I think they did. Somebody snatched him up out the practice squad.
Oh, damn.
The Big Ten teams first one observe the teams that are close to being contenders. Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. Because they already have everything built. They already got the offensive line built. They got the quarterback set. They got the receivers and everything. They already set. They just needed one thing, running back. But we wasn't built for it yet. We were still, rebuilding? I don't know. Well, Pete Carroll didn't build anything.
Yeah.
So, but, he was a running back. It was a chance of a lifetime, one of those guys. I mean,
got sell
the
tickets.
dude was 25 yards away from 1,000 yards in the worst offensive line in the NFL. So I got to tell you something.
Yeah.
Going on Sunday? Hey, Ray Nation, I can grill every day.
Going on Sunday with a bus.
I love outdoor cooking.
Yeah. Oh, it's almost real. It's almost real. We just got to get these Niners out the way, and then.
Okay. We didn't take. Okay, Malott wasn't on practice squad. We cut him. Okay, that's right. We'll cut him, and literally they go to Miami. Thanks, he's there with that knowledge. Do you all bring knowledge? Can't wait to have you on the show. Correction, we owe our draft picks this year to Pete Carroll. What draft picks? Genty, Best, Thornton. Did we pick Porter last year? Yeah, we picked Porter last year.
Yeah. Remember 6'4", fast.
Yeah. We'll see.
DeCameron Richardson.
No, we picked a couple years ago.
Oh, that's right. I was gonna say because
he was on Telesco.
Yeah.
So anyway, hey, you guys, want to thank you. There's 10 people still in the room. I don't want to leave just yet, but I do gotta start cooking.
Yeah. Well, we can always come back maybe later.
No, I'll be sleep because I'm have the itis, man. I'm gonna eat all that food, man. The itis. Anyway, so any final thoughts, 49er fan?
Beat those Niners. That's all. That's the only thing that matters right now. Beat those Niners. Let's start this season off right.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's do it.
We finally get your two game winning streak.
Hey, it's crazy. We have to go like that, but hey, I'll take. I'd be a 3-game though, technically.
Well, we'll talk about that when time comes, but yeah, it'll be a 2-game. All those preseasons, at least. Anyway, 2-game winning streak sounds good. Yeah. But like I said, the one thing
winning streak this year, I'll do
that. One thing that made me really happy about the last game we played. One of the point that we came back and won was the point how the team reacted to it. How did that feel? Especially when the guys that was here last year. I know we know it's preseason, but how did that feel?
A lot of people didn't even know. They're like, "You guys won?" Like, yeah. You know, we do
Yeah,
it
you were shocked.
every now and then.
You were shocked. Hey, the truth is, the Winers, if they stay healthy, good day. Well, yeah, I was still a dangerous team. They do playoffs. Even they were hurt last year, they went to the playoffs. But I'm not worried about them. They in the NFC with the AFC. I'm not worried about them.
They almost made it last year, and they was injured everywhere. They almost made it to the playoffs last
They
year.
did go to playoffs, didn't
I think
they? Yeah,
I was happy last year. I think they missed.
they went and lost in the first round.
Did they?
I'm sure. That's my wife.
No. Well, they could have. I don't know.
They went. Let's see.
Cause I know Rams, Seahawks for sure. Did they lose? Who did lose to? Oh yeah, I think they played. Was it the Rams or the Seahawks?
Yeah, they lost in the first round.
Oh, okay. Good for them. Must be nice. Well, it's better than getting to the Super Bowl and losing, like they've been doing. So, get it out the way. Sorry, I'm sorry, sis. Good luck. Good luck, sis. You guys are gonna need it.
Yeah, they made it. Went. Yeah, they went to the playoffs last. I thought they was there.
Kubiak will steal my heart if he beats these Niners twice.
They lost to Seattle in the divisional round.
Oh yeah, that was a chance.
Yeah, I thought they went. Yeah, let's see. Anyway, hey, you guys, thanks for coming in. We appreciate it. I'm going to make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe buttons, help our algorithms out. You know, help us get our show out more. Subscribe, like, notifications, please, please, please. I'm begging you. Yeah, I am begging. I am Chris Ford Reyes for Chris Ford Reyes Podcast. That's my boy Ray Nation Jason, RJINJ, with little Mara. Thanks for coming in. And stay tuned for it. We have a show coming up. We don't know what day we're going to schedule. I don't know what we're still working on a Cover 3 show. It's kind of floating right now. Stay tuned for that. Hit your notifications, and you'll figure it out. Anyway, thanks for coming in. Guys, have a good Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay cool. And before we go, yeah, well, if I can get to it. What's going on? All right, anyway. I'm not that. I think I gotta reset my whole computer.
Say yeah.
Yeah, well, it's coming.
Say yeah. There you go. Yeah. Say football. Say let's go. Say let's
Hey,
go.
can you play? Because I can't play it.
Oh, I got you.
Because I don't know what's going on with my
Okay. Yep, I got you.
I don't know what's going on with computers.
Been over here in a while. I blow that thing off. It's been a while. Okay, here we go. Let's see.
What's wrong with this? What is going on with this streaming art, man? I'm going to have to change them. Yeah, she's at Raiders. We heard it.
She's like, hey. Dang, it's been so long since I've been out of this part. Let's see where we at. There we go. Okay, it's coming. It's coming. Oh, is that?
This is the Raider channel. I don't know why he's not playing.
It's the Sunday morning Pillaging show. Chris for Raiders. Oh. Raider Nation racing. Oh. Pillaging just for Sundays. Oh. Me and Chris, we don't miss. Oh. Me and Chris don't miss. Oh. Me and Chris don't miss. When it comes to this Raider classic out. We don't miss. Raider Nation, we don't miss.
Hey. Oh.
No, that was I was trying to get the Raider chant thing.
Oh, I'm so my bad, bro.
That's the Raider chant. You get to see in the stream, it'll play it automatically. You gotta look for it.
Oh, damn, my bad.
And I think we're still on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're still on.
All right.
Oh, we still gotta find it. Hold up, guys. We still gotta find it. No, it won't scroll good. Look at the media assets and hit Raiders chant, man. That's how we end the show.
Is it?
Yeah, because you got to end the stream. If you end the stream, you just play that thing.
Let me see. Oh.
Having technical difficulties here.
Oh, here we go. Sorry about that, y'all. There it goes. I was in the wrong section. But you know what it is when you hear that.
There you go. Yeah, there it is. The Raiders thing, Stab. Thanks for coming in. And y'all, you guys enjoyed the show. Now we get in the stream. Later.
It's the Sunday morning Pillaging show. Chris for Raiders. Oh. Raider Nation chasing. Oh. Pillaging just for Sunday.